All right, everybody, the Christmas season is upon us, but maybe you're tired of those classic Christmas movies and you want to shake it up.
Bah humbug.
Right?
Sorry.
Guess what? It's almost Christmas. Holiday season. But everybody thinks of the classic Christmas movies. All right, you got Miracle on 34th Street. You got the Santa Claus, one of my favorites.
You got Santa Claus 2. You got Santa Claus 3.
There are a lot of those Santa Claus
There's 3 of
movies,
them.
but I enjoy the first one. Muppets Christmas Carol. That's actually a favorite of mine. I don't know about you. All right.
Huge.
Great.
Big one.
That one also dedicated to Jim Henson. It's the first movie after he passed, which makes it a little extra sad.
Aww.
Anyway, yeah, so like classic It's a Wonderful Life.
There you go.
Yeah,
these
Jimmy
are classic
Stewart.
Christmas movies. So we started thinking,
Sometimes you want to switch it up.
you can't just keep watching the same dang movies over and over again, except for Sam. I'll do that. I'll keep watching the same movies till I die.
He's on his 24th watching of The Office.
It's great. I still surprises are being found. But we wanted to do a quickie top 10 of all the weirdest Christmas movies.
Off-brand
Yes.
Christmas movies.
Switching it up.
Yeah.
Switch it up just a little bit.
Maybe your family wants to try something a little different. They're tired of watching the 400th Hallmark movie. My family's not. They love that.
No, my dad watches all
They're
of them.
all about it. Their
All of
parents
them.
are keeping them afloat.
Most of those Hallmark stores are closing down, gang.
Yeah.
They got are their
pump
movies.
out those movies. But if you're tired of those Hallmark movies and you want something a little bit different,
A little on the wild side.
Sam, I think you got our first one.
Oh, let's check it out. Okay, so this movie's newly released.
By the way, I do like your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do like your hair.
Appreciate
It's
it.
nice, Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so upset about it. I haven't gotten a haircut in a long time.
Yeah.
And my hairdresser was nice.
Yeah. Good.
You know what? Fun fact, off topic really
Yeah.
quick. At Floyd's, which is a chain, they have like a hand massager that
Yeah.
they put on the back, and then when they give you a little back massage when they're done with the
nice.
with the haircut.
That's why I go.
That's
extra.
why you go.
I go.
That's why I go too. It's basically Fantastic Sam's with just
great.
80s posters up, but it's
Wonderful.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the back massage.
They're nice.
A back massage of a movie is Anna and the Apocalypse. What a fun time.
There
What's a
it
good
is.
one? Say Christmas, musical, high school, zombie film. Great.
Boom.
It's such a mixed bag of just different genres that somehow comes together at the end where you're like, actually, weirdly, this works. And not only am I giggling, am I toe tapping my way through this film, I'm also emotionally invested in these characters.
Absolutely.
How'd you do that? It's actually just been released. We do have a review out on our YouTube channel for Anna and the Apocalypse, but in select theaters, you can go watch it. It came out November 30th, and I hope you guys are able to see it in theaters because this movie was made on a literal shoestring budget, shot in 5 weeks. What they're able to pull off with this movie is a testament to what you can do with filmmaking. Like it's very inspiring, and also
if you live in Scotland, where location prices are a little cheaper.
Yeah, a little bit cheaper. Also, fun fact: when the movie's coming out, it says that it won a lottery within like an arts program in Scotland. So like they Scotland helped. Like part of Scotland helped fund this movie. Makes me even happier. We got to see it last year at Fantastic Fest, so finally getting a wide release for it makes me happy. I would like to own the soundtrack on a vinyl, and you can listen to the soundtrack now on Spotify or iTunes. That's number 10. Even though it's great, there's a lot of good ones on this list.
There are a lot of good ones. I'm going to go to one of the go-tos. And listen, you can't mention offbeat Christmas movies without mentioning Shane Black. He likes to set almost all of his movies during Christmas.
Yes.
And it adds a nice little texture to the movies. But I think one of the movies he's best known for that he wrote is Lethal Weapon, the first Lethal Weapon.
Really? Wait,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. You said our list was long with Shane Black one spoilers, but
there are a lot of you shouldn't surprise anybody. There's going to be a lot of Shane Black joints on this. I will say I personally am a bigger fan of Lethal Weapon 2. I enjoy that movie more than the first Lethal Weapon. But hey, you can't go wrong with either.
Yeah, can't go wrong. It's my family. They were big Lethal Weapon supporters. In our household.
Also, he had a hand in another movie on our list, even though he's not credited on it. He did have a hand in shaping it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. All right, we'll talk about that. But next on my list is a movie that he directed.
Yeah, he wrote and directed.
And directed. It's Iron Man 3. So if you guys are feeling a Marvel superhero movie and you're like, wait, is there one set in Christmas? Yep, and it came out in July. It's called Iron Man 3. It's the third film in the Iron Man trilogy. Guess what? You will be able to follow this easy peasy if you watch this. Unless you wanted a movie with more Iron Man in it, just specifically Iron Man, the suit.
I do like that they kind of show how capable he is outside of the suit.
Which is, I think, is important.
That's one of the elements I actually like most about that movie.
The movie actually ages a lot better than you think.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of very cool moments for Robert Downey Jr. and for the Iron Man suit and for Pepper as well. There's a lot of good things to like about that. Also, if you just want a kick-ass action movie, this one does it for you. In spades. If
you're looking for something a little bit weird, something that might not be as family friendly, we got to go with Terry Gilliam's Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first photo you have for this, I raised a lot of red flags for me.
So it's a dystopian future that has Terry Gilliam's like off-brand, just sense of humor and visual flair. And I didn't know it's set during Christmas. It's something that hadn't occurred to me before.
So perfect timing, man. So, it's good.
Yeah. So if you want something a little offbeat, there's that for you.
I'm scared of it.
But
that makes me want to watch it.
Yeah.
But another one on the list for me, and you guys are gonna be shocked, it's a little bit lower, but my number one's is one that will always bring me joy. So will number 3 though. It's gotta be. I know the numbers are gonna be confusing for you because it's a collective list, but I want to talk about Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
It is a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie.
It is
both of those. Two things can be more than one thing.
Exists in both Halloween Town and Christmas Town.
Yes, and if you guys are not familiar, it's the not the mayor. It's the mascot, the most popular guy in Halloween Town. He wants to switch it up just a little bit.
He's the Pumpkin King.
Pumpkin King.
But there is a mayor.
There is a mayor, but the mayor kind of reports to Jack a little bit, even though Jack does report to him.
The politics of this movie is weird.
It's like a city with 2 captains.
Yeah.
Mayors. Well, I don't know.
I think this is also the only repeating director on this list. Although I don't think Tim Burton directed it. He just wrote it and produced it.
Yeah, he did not. Henry Selick directed this. Nice. And that's another director who worked on Coraline and those other stop motion animated films. This movie, it just brings me so much joy. It's so inventive. There's a million reasons why, like, that people are like, how did Tim Burton come up with this? He's like, well, he's walking around Burbank and he saw the people changing their decorations by having like half Halloween, half Christmas. Like, it doesn't matter, man. We stop overthinking it and just let it be. Like, also, what is Thanksgiving land? What does that look like? It's probably not happy.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's not a happy holiday.
This definitely includes the 2 coolest holidays.
Yes. St. Patty's Day might be interesting. Valentine's Day might smell disgusting. I'll be honest with that one.
Just throwing that out there.
Putting that out there. But Night Before Christmas, you can really never go wrong. And it also, I remember as a kid, and now my nephews who are growing up and have watched it, it's one of those like, ooh, I feel cool for watching this.
Yeah, it feels subversive.
Yeah, because it's like, this is scary, because it is scary.
Yeah.
But it's just enough that it's like kids are okay with it, which is great. So if you guys need a kind of a spookier one, check out that one.
Speaking of Tim Burton, another offbeat Christmas movie that you might have forgotten or not even connected the idea that it is Christmas.
It is, because I remember the last shot, like it's snowing, and yeah,
Batman Returns, which I'm going to be honest with you, this movie scared the shit out of me as a kid, and I'm not sure I've revisited it since.
I don't think I have either. I think I've seen it fully one time.
My dad took me to see this in theaters. I'm sure he regretted that decision because I was a little boy.
Yeah, no, that one, it's
when Penguin bites off that guy's nose. And here's the thing.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
I've
rewatched that scene. He just bites the guy's nose. In my mind, he bites the guy's nose off his face.
That's what I remember too. It's just a bite on like the bridge of his nose.
Yeah.
Still though, why?
Danny DeVito is so gross in that role, but so perfect.
It's like he's wearing one big diaper.
Yeah.
Like one big old diper. But he like sells it. Like it's great, and like he's got the wind up penguins. He's got all like the aesthetic of it's crazy.
You could go very different with Penguin, but it is whoever's cast next will have to get out of the shadow of Danny DeVito because there's a whole generation that is Penguin.
Oh yeah.
The
second Batman movie starred Penguin.
Yeah.
Whew, what a different time for people.
Yep,
and also, you know what gave me the heebie-jeebies were when all the cats mauled Catwoman in that.
They don't maul her; they kiss her. They breathe life into her mouth.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that confused that confused me as a kid because I was like, wait, Catwoman doesn't have powers.
Yeah, well, too late. I guess they do. I had questions. That one's a scary one for me, but one that will definitely make you feel cool.
Actually, it's weird that this is where it is on this list because this actually might be my top one.
No, this is a good one. My next one is Die Hard. Now, Die Hard's classic Christmas movie. Even though recently, of making this video, a poll went out and people were like, no, it's not a Christmas movie. Throw all those people in the trash, man. Who's voting on that? That doesn't. It's like no. This doesn't mean anything.
Well, I think it
is a Christmas movie.
I think it depends on your debate about it comes whether people see it as set during Christmas, but does it capture the Christmas spirit? And
of course it does. Of course it does. Revenge, love, bare feet.
He's going through
Yippee-ki-yays.
that shot we just put up was him going through a chimney.
There you go. A sideways chimney.
Yeah.
You know how buildings work.
Yeah, ventilation shafts are basically the modern chimney.
If you guys don't know what Die Hard is, I'll give you an explanation, but you probably know what it's about.
Perfect action movie.
Yeah, it's a perfect action movie.
The perfect action movie.
It's this solo, don't give it an F cop taking on terrorists in Nakatomi Plaza. And he's sneaking around the building, taking out guys with karate chops and fire hoses and glass in his feet.
Basically, every action movie you've loved from the
blonde
past
wigs.
like 3 decades is because of this movie.
Yeah.
Like Speed. Speed is one of the greatest action movies ever, and it is Die Hard on a bus.
Yeah, you just tilt that building over and give it wheels.
Yeah, that's how a lot of movies were pitched after that movie. It's Die Hard on a
a plane. Speed 2, Cruise Control. That's Die Hard on a boat.
Yeah, Raid is cops in a building full of criminals. Like
there you go.
it's but Die Hard. You know what I mean? Like it's classic. Shane Black contributed to this story, even though he's not credited as a writer. He did contribute, and I'm sure he was the one like, hey, set it during Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys haven't picked a time period yet.
Time period,
Christmas wouldn't be the worst.
It's
idea.
crazy that he's in the first Predator movie, and he was like, "Hey, can we get some Christmas lights up in this jungle?"
Yeah. No. There's nowhere to plug it in. I was like, all right, fine. Hey, I might as well throw it out there. But what's next on your list?
Next on my list is another Shane Black
Hold on
movie.
a second.
It is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This was actually his first collaboration with Robert Downey Jr., which led to him working on Iron Man 3. This is also the beginning of Robert Downey Jr.'s comeback. It's also one of my favorite Val Kilmer roles. It is hilarious. It is a very funny movie. It definitely has some jokes in there that you're like, wait, is this okay? Now, like times change a little bit. It's like, wait, is this a joke okay? But it is hilarious. It's a nice little zippy crime noir action movie that is set during Christmas. As you saw, she's even dressed as a Santa. So if you're looking for something a little fun, a little bit different, highly recommend that one.
Nice. Then on top of my list, I know you guys are going to have some questions here, but it's Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Not Home Alone 1.
Home Alone 1 is a classic. Like earlier in our stream, we talked about Back to the Future, Back to the Future 2. Yeah. Here's a pattern here.
Yeah. This is basically Die Hard with a kid.
Die Hard with a kid. Yeah, basically.
By the way, out of context, that picture's super creepy.
Oh, yeah. It's super scary.
So super creep factor going on there.
But everyone kind of knows Home Alone. Like, Home Alone 1... that set the standard, but Home Alone 2, that's when they got to play. That's when they got to have fun. It's like, we have a city now, we can actually
I will be honest, this is the one I remember better from being a kid.
Oh, but also it's like, it had like a lot of wish fulfillment for me as a kid. It was like Home Alone 1, it had that wish fulfillment of like, you're home alone and you somehow have money and you're gonna like, you're in this giant house by yourself.
Yeah, and you take on the bad guys, you're able to feed them yourself.
And in Home Alone 2, it's like, but what if you got a whole city to yourself and it's New York, one of the coolest cities on the planet. Yeah. And like, that's what it is. When he gets... I think that and like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like live action movies are the perfect like perfectly captured why kids love pizza. And like when he comes out, it's like, oh, here's your personal cheese pizza. It's like, for some reason I'm more attached to that cheese pizza than the limo he's getting behind him. Also, he went to a toy store and just bought toys. So cool, man. So cool.
Did you know Shane Black had nothing to do with this movie?
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact.
Fun fact of the episode. Here it is. On the screen.
So for me, this is one of my favorite offbeat Christmas movies. It's got to be Gremlins.
We watched it last year. $10 tier on Patreon.
Yeah, Gremlins is great. It's one of those perfect. Kind of like End of the Apocalypse. It's like a horror comedy action Christmas movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bunch of things rolled into one. It's got such a fun energy, and it's just a good way to like switch things up on the holiday, man. And because I think it's important that you got to remember Christmas is the happy joy lights, but it's also it's a light in the dead of winter. It's when everything's kind of like cold and dreary and sad, and it's a light in that. So I think part of what makes these movies appealing is they capture some of the bittersweet aspects of Christmas that I think makes the holiday special. If you want a comic, I think another comic that really captures that really well is DC's Nuclear Winter Special.
Oh, brand new.
Yeah, it just came out, which captures kind of like that bittersweet feeling of Christmas really well.
By the way, this does not.
Yeah, okay.
But I have an honorable mention. We don't have an answer for it, but I did want to throw it in last second because when I was doing this search, I was like, how many weird action movies are there for Christmas? And I found P2. And P2 was this movie that was on, like, remember when I used to go to like Apple trailers and like you watched all the trailers? P2 was on there. And I'm like, I can't tell if this is a bad movie or not. And then years later, it popped up on like HBO and I watched it. The premise is a woman's working late Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And the parking attendant at our building like basically kidnaps her and has been infatuated with her for a long time, and she's able to like, and also it's super violent too. Like there's a scene where he like, I think captures her boss, ties him up with like Christmas lights. So like there's this whole Christmas aesthetic at the end of a driveway, and they just like ram him over and over again with a car. And you're like, oh my God, this is like, because he's like, look, I did it for you, baby. You know, like, oh God, oh my God. P2 is one of those movies that's kind of just like fondly in my brain where I'm like, I don't think it's perfect, but it becomes a revenge story where she like takes down this dude because he's this like toxic dude who like fantasizes about her, and he doesn't like the way his life's going, so he like takes it out on her, and it's like, you know what? Yeah. F this dude. F him. F him right now. F. You know, because he's a bad guy. But that's just an honorable mention. Couldn't put it on the list because there are a lot of other good movies out there. But if you guys have other ones, let us know in the comments down below. Please. Because there's so many good movies for the holiday season. Maybe a bunch that we're probably not listing as well, but good, weird action movies. That's what we're looking for. At least weird, action, Christmas. There you go. There's your Venn diagram right there in the middle is Christmas.
All right, so those are our top 10 weird Christmas movies. But what is on your list? Do you like these movies? Or are there other movies that we didn't mention that you think should definitely be on the list? Let us know in the comments down below. Please please subscribe. Please go to onlystupidanswers.com and patreon.com/onlystupidanswers.
If you saw P2, let me know, because I think I might have been the only person that did that. God bless.